Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, dogs and zebras, gypsies and she. I said that really fast, right? So I wanted to share a recipe with you. It's not really any sort of written down recipe. Oh, I found another spoon. It's not really any sort of written down recipe. I did do a search for it, and you know the recipe I found is the inspiration for what I'm doing now. It's nothing fancy. It's simple, straightforward, easy to do. You know, if you have the ingredients, the time, the opportunity, I suggest it. I'm sure it's going to turn out good. At least I hope it does. You'd have to ask my wife in the other room if my food's okay. I don't want to say, "Oh yeah, I'm a good cook." You know, that would be kind of bold of me to be nice about it. Anyway, it's a simple recipe. It's rosemary. We have a rosemary plant outside. I pulled up the other plants, gave the plants to the rabbits because they were, you know. Anyway, so rosemary, you take the rosemary and you just strip the leaves off of the stem. And then you take a knife and you chop it up. Take some garlic. I happen to really like garlic. I am from Spain, after all, you know. Take the garlic and chop that up, cut it up, chop it up. You can, you know, you don't have to chop all this up. You can use it in larger pieces. It's up to you. Little salt, little pepper, and some olive oil. And you put that in the olive oil, you know, the salt, pepper, garlic, and rosemary in the olive oil, and stir it up. I kind of smash it against the side, stir, mash a little more, stir, mash a little more. Make sure it's all, you know, blending together. And then, now of course the pork, like their pork fillets, they should be thawed by now. I took them out and let them thaw. You want meat to thaw slowly. It's a lot better. The texture and flavor is better if you allow your meat to thaw slow. The faster you thaw your meat, And to my sister, thank you very much for your kind words, and to my daughter and her mom, excuse me. So anyway, but right now, and then okay, so I did that. I have a little prep bowl that I use, a little glass prep bowl. We get them at the dollar store, which, you know, they're $1, and it's, you know, they're not always the highest quality, but they work. Some of the glass is good quality, some of it's not. Just, you know, sometimes you could tell by the way it sounds when you tap it against something. Sometimes you can't tell. But you know, just little glass dishes, you know. And I put that in there, and then I took some olive oil. I put it in the cast iron skillet, and I'm heating that up. That should be heated up by now, or almost. You can see I don't know if you can see it or not in the skillet on the stove. And then, well, you know what I should have done is let the pork marinade, if you will, in that garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, rosemary mixture. But I didn't do that. It's going to be okay because rosemary is kind of strong, and you can't smell. We don't have smell-o-vision, but excuse my dirty nails. But garlic. I mean, garlic to some people is strong. To me, it's not that strong. But I use a lot of garlic. Although for my wife, I try not to overdo it. So anyway, I'm going to, once the skillet is at the right temperature, what I will do is I will put, put the mixture on one side of the fillets. Then put that in the skillet. Then I'll put some more mixture on top. And now with this, I really don't want to use a spatula. I'd rather use tongs. The reason for that is I don't want to rub the crust or the seasonings off each side of the meat. Another thing that you can do is put it around the sides of the meat. I mean, there are all sorts of ways you can do it. You can even cook it in the oven, but I'm not going to cook it in the oven. Cooking on the stove tends to be faster. It doesn't heat the apartment up as bad. The stove tends to be longer, so it really, the heat really builds. So cooking on but it's not too hot today, thankfully. So I think it was supposed to be in the 80s, but I don't think it got that warm. Geez, in Texas it's probably 110 degrees, depending on what part of Texas you're in, 115. So I don't miss the heat, believe me. I miss the food and it was maybe a couple of people, but I don't miss the heat. We have like a really short, ultra hot summer here, and it's really uncomfortable. But it does, like I said, it's ultra short. It's really, really short. But anyway, so I'm going to do that. My wife's going to make some mashed potatoes. Too bad we don't have cream. Heavy cream with some butter, a little salt and pepper, or at least a little salt into the mashed potatoes. That's good. That's really good. Like I said, I don't think we have any heavy cream. But anyway, so I hope you like it. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. I don't think I'm going to add any flour, but you could add a little flour to the surface of the meat. It's up to you. But anyway, and adding a little flour and browning it might help hold the juices and flavorings in the meat. So it's an idea. It's a thought. So I hope you like the recipe.